Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Kind of. It's not really a live stream. I decided to record this and put it together. We just put out a brand new track called Too Good to Be True featuring Reshma. Reshma was a contestant on Academy Fantasia's 2016's edition. She didn't win. She placed third, although I felt that she should have won it. Right? She's an amazing singer. And I remember seeing her perform at a gig that I had organized at Laundry Bar at the Curve. This was years ago. She was maybe 14 when she performed. It was kind of like a high school, college, mixer event that I had organized, and she performed, and I was totally blown away. And I remember having a conversation with her, telling her that, she's gonna be really, really, somebody someday, and she... A number of years later, she joined Academy Fantasia, and I was there with an artist because I was, in artist management then, and they were supposed to be the guest artists, and I saw her perform, and we met backstage. Actually, and we kind of like reconnected, and that was 2016, and then a couple of years later, we decided to just continue the friendship and just hang out, and we started talking. And I think it was 2020, I think we were talking a little bit, and then 2021 was when things got a little bit more serious, and we started to say, hey, let's try to do a track together. So she, is in New Zealand right now, and she's kind of like migrated and moved over there, but she is amazing. So I sent her the demo track, and then in 4 hours, because of the time difference and all that, right? It was really weird, So I think I sent it to her in the morning, and then by the time I got it back, it was kind of like late in the evening. I got it back. She had lyrics, she had melodies, and everything was pretty much done, right? And took the tracks and then just modified things a little bit. So anyway, if you guys haven't heard it, hit the link in the description and go and check it out. Okay, add it to your playlist. It's a very cool track. It's a different sound to what An Honest Mistake is known for, and it's something different from what we've ever done before. So definitely check it out. All right, anyway, let's jump right into it. All right, so over here you can see all the stems. They're all from JD, and we've been recording at Studio 2105 for many years. So the process of recording was quite cool because a lot of things were recorded and done at home. So I programmed the drums, and then I worked on the synth parts, did some guitars, did some demo vocals, went back to the studio, redid the vocals, and then recorded some guitars, like true amps, right? But let's go through it, because I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Reshma's vocals, right? But let's just take a quick listen to the track.
Look into my eyes, and all I see is a cloudy gray sky, void of humanity. You pace across the room, I tug your sleeve as you're trying hard to hide, trying to deny what you done to me. I can feel your embers fading, distance caving. Why did you break me then, if it was all pretend? God, when will this end? Whatever happened to beautiful nightmares? Only temporary, it's not fair. Promises just made to be broken, hopeless. Why did I believe in you? Maybe love is too good to be true.
Say what you feel, what you like, what you know. I'm a fool for thinking you would say not go. Bury me
a fool for thinking you would stay not go. Say what you will, what you like, what you know. I'm a fool for thinking you would stay not go. Say what you will, what you like, what you know, what you will, what you like, what you know, what you will, what you like, what you know, what you will, what you like, what you know. It's too good to be true. Nightmares, only temporary, it's not fair. Promises just made to be broken. Hopeless, why did I believe in you? Maybe love is too good to be true. Love is too good to be true. Love is too good to be true.
All right, so that was the track, and it's definitely different from everything that we've done before. So we figured, okay, let's just do something different, right? We're in the period of experimenting with different sounds. Of course, we've gone a little bit darker. This song is really dark as well, and I think Reshma really caught the vision that I had with how the lyrical content is gonna be like, and she just went like crazy with it. But let's just go through some of the parts. I think it's cool to just check it out. Let's have a listen at the drums. All right. So I just felt that this song needed kind of like an 80s vibe to it. So I put on some 80s sounding drums, right? And I use Easy Drummer to program all the drums, and I'll go into that like right after this. But let's have a listen to this. Of course, this is already edited, by JD and put together, it's been EQ'd a lot better and stuff. But right off the bat, the preset itself sounds really cool, right? But yeah, so we wanted, to have that hi-hat thing going on. And so this is kind of like a muted kick that JD had done, because initially it wasn't like this. It's just like a regular sounding kick. And yeah. So you can hear that reverb, it's very 80s sounding. And of course, there's a tiny little additional snare reverb here that JD had added. Let's check it out. Yeah, so the gated reverb sound. So we just wanted to, go crazy with it and just try and do things a little bit different. Yeah, so traditionally we would have a lot of crashes, in the chorus. A lot of rock bands, in the chorus you're gonna just crash the heck out of it, right? But with this one, it's kind of like a hi-hat groove, and we wanted the vocal melodies to just really shine, a little bit of that guitar stuff done. All right, so let me just add a track. I've got Easy Drummer. Okay. Alright, so Easy Drummer is great. I paid for it, and it's been serving me really, really well ever since. And when I bought it 2 years ago, I told myself, okay, I really need to learn how to use this. And then the pandemic hit, and that's kind of how I just went full on and started producing music at home. So yeah, okay, so I bought a couple of expansions as well. Drum Kit from Hell is an amazing kit. The pop punk kit, I thought it would be good. It's not that great. Yeah, let's have a let's check it out. Yeah, it's got like an SJC kit, and like Ludwig. So cool pop punk stuff, right? But I just felt that it didn't work for the kind of stuff that we were going for. Anyway, so let's go to the sound. Easy Drummer, Easy Drummer 3 is out now, but I'm using 2. So I clicked on the 80s setting, and that was pretty much how I went ahead with it, right? So all the sounds that you hear is pretty much all of this. Yep, it's straight up, right? So let me just pull in a beat. Okay, let's just pull in something simple. All right. So you can hear the gated reverb and stuff. So that's pretty much the sound that we used for this, track. Okay, let's move on to the bass. With the bass, I did something super simple, and I just use Logic's retro synth. Yeah. So you can hear like the velocity is kind of like crazy and stuff, and I just and it's very like segmented. There's no kind of like lead into it, but in context you can't really hear all of this. Yeah, so with this part, JD did some side chaining, which was really cool, and it's got that pumping feel to it. Okay, let's check this one out. Okay, let's look at it. What did I use? I just used retro synth, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so this was the synth that I used. Okay, I don't have my MIDI keyboard plugged in, but yeah, so I just use basic stuff like this was the preset that I used, and nothing more. Yep. So, pretty straight up. Okay, let me just go to the next one. Okay. Okay, let me see. I'm not a pro at this. So yeah, I'm just like experimenting with stuff, but okay, so with the additional synth parts, what I did was I just used Logic's Alchemy, and that's how I got all these sounds. Yeah. So it's just a mash of different things. Yeah, so this is an arpeggiated thing going on, and I've got like a couple of layers. So there's like 3 to 4 layers maybe. I really like that. Yeah. So Alchemy is one more plugin that's really good. Let me just go to it. It's one of my favorites. There's a ton of sounds that you can use, and it's got all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so a million presets. So many, and yeah, I'm not gonna go through it with you. But if you have Logic, you can use this, to discover new sounds. All right, cool. Let's go now to the effects as well. I also used some more sounds from Alchemy as well. So this heartbeat, yeah, that's from Alchemy. All right, let's see what this is here. Oh, okay, that's like a reverse riser kind of thing. With that was also from the loops section here, which I use a lot. Breath. Yeah, so I chopped it up and then just use the tail. Yeah, so that's kind of like one of those things that we use a whole lot. All right. Okay, so let's move on to the vocals right now, and then we'll go to the guitars. Okay, so with the vocals, nothing crazy, to be honest. I think Reshma did an amazing job, and her vocals was actually the demo that she had sent. We wanted to redo her vocals to get better takes. I mean, as it was really good, but we just wanted to get something a little bit more from her, but she just got really really busy with work. She's teaching like in a school that's far away from the city, so internet's bad, and all, and she doesn't have like her equipment with her and stuff. So we decided, okay, let's just go with the demo vocals. All right, so yeah, let's check it out. Okay, this is my part. I sang like super chill.
Only temporary, it's not fair. Promises just made to be broken, hopeless. Why did I believe in you?
Yeah, so there's a whole lot of reverb and delay, which is also something that we've been experimenting with. A lot of repeats, it could be halftime, quarter note delays and stuff. So yeah, so
maybe love is too good to be true.
yeah, so all of that, that's very very cool, and I think with this new song we just experimented with this a whole lot. Like one of the things that I discovered, and I watch a lot of the Joey Sturgis's videos, and this is what he calls a delay throw. So yeah, anyway, let's check out the effects. Okay, the effects right here. So I did a lot of like low octave effects, and this was actually from the demo as well, I believe.
It's not fair. Promises just made to be broken, hopeless. Why did I believe in you? Maybe love is too good to be true.
Yeah, so that was kind of like what I worked with. It was actually a demo that I had sent to JD, and we figured that this effect sounded really good, so we didn't even try re-recording it, or he didn't even try to reproduce it, or at least that was what I understood from him, because later on in the mixing process, I didn't sit in with him, so he just did everything and then he sent it back, and we're like, okay, this is good to go. But yeah.
What you will, what you like, what you know. I'm a fool for thinking you would say not go. Bury me in silence, bury me in silence, throw me in the light. From now on, I can never be sure.
Okay, so I think it sounds like he definitely did some work on it. I reckon he uses or used the little altar boy for this. All right, very cool. All right, let's go to Reshma's vocals right now. So she comes in kind of like the second verse. So let's check it out.
Say what you will, what you like, what you know. I'm a fool for thinking you would stay, not go. Bury me in silence, bury me in silence, throw me in a lie.
Alright, so together with the effects.
Be sure. Will I ever move on, be reassured? Carrying what's timeless, what was once so priceless, leave me up to die.
Okay, cool. So now let's listen to the track with the background vocals as well.
Say what you will, what you like, what you know. I'm a fool for thinking you would say not go. Bury me in silence, bury me in silence, throw me in a lie. From now on, I can never be sure. Will I ever move on, be reassured? Carrying what's timeless, what was once so priceless, leave me up to die.
Absolutely cool. With the harmonies, she definitely had some, but because we just wanted it to be more solid, so we generated some as well. So I'm not gonna lie and say that it's 100% organic, but with technology now, you can generate stuff, right? So yeah, man, absolutely cool. Let's check this next portion out of her vocals, because she goes into like a falsetto, so she's an amazing singer, so definitely a cool part. Let's check it out.
I can feel our embers fading, distance caving in.
Yeah, and I think the coolest part is when she kicks in again at the last chorus, where she sings really really high. Yeah, I'll just mute the
Only temporary, it's not fair.
the harmony.
Promises just made to be broken, hopeless. Why did I believe in you?
Yeah, so very very cool, very cool. So with the harmonies and all that, and it's a little bit distorted as well. So that's one of the reasons why we wanted to re-record it, because JD said that it's a little bit clipping. But with the distortion, it does sound kind of cool. And that was kind of like the effect that we were going for as well. So this is all the harmonies, the effects, and the main vocals played all together.
Promises just made to be broken, hopeless. Why did I believe in you? Maybe love is too good to be true.
I like how it's not 100% perfect, but when you play it in context, then it's really, really cool. All right, cool. So let's look at the lead guitars. I'll just play all the guitars in together. So there are 3 parts. There's a lead line, there's like this rhythm line going like on one side, and then this other rhythm line going on the other side. Right. Okay. Yeah, okay, it was muted. Okay, so let's check it out. Yeah, so there's one that's like a little bit funky, and then there's one that's going like chang it, and then there's that lead line as well. So a lot of which, all of these things were produced all at home. Most of the lines, to be honest, like Thomas didn't even play on this track, and I did all the guitars, and then I went into the studio, and then I just did everything. Like I redid everything with amps. So yeah, I mean, no harm against that, because like we're all busy, somebody has to do it. So I did it, and it was an experience. It was really cool. So, but live, Thomas will be playing all these parts, and he's an amazing guitarist, and so no issues at all. Yeah, so we got this tiny little part going as well. Yep. So there's that intro bit, which is also the chorus bit, and then there's this bit, which is also in the bridge. So basically there's really just 2 or 3 parts. Yeah. Okay, let's just jump. So this is in the second pre-chorus, where I play kind of like a tiny little lead line. Yeah, so that line, obviously inspired by a lot of polyphia, and just doing a lot of pentatonic slides and stuff. So yeah, that was what we came up with. The last part would be the saxophone line. I just felt like the saxophone was the coolest part. It took me a while to program this, because it's just so hard, because like when you're playing a saxophone, there's like the breaths and how the motion of the breaths go. It was kind of hard, and I can't remember what I used, but I think it was Labs, a plugin, and the saxophone plugin there. So writing it in MIDI and all that, it's quite challenging, but this was the result. Yeah, you can hear, as it drags a little bit longer, you can feel like the breath is ending. But yeah, it's all MIDI, man. So that's how, I kind of like produce this track. Yeah, it's how we did it. So if you guys like the track, at least if you like this session, and if you've picked something up, if you've learned something, please drop a message, drop a comment. I definitely want to have like tiny little discussions with you guys. I am not a full-on producer, but as an artist, I believe that we are kind of somewhat producers of our own music as well. So this was how the track came about, and all the tiny little parts that are in it that make the whole song a song. All right, so please head on over to our Spotify, just search An Honest Mistake, Too Good to Be True. Give us some follow us on Spotify, of course on Instagram AHM Band, and on Facebook as well. And then add it to your playlist, because if you think this song is great, add it to your playlist. It could be something that you want to listen to on your drive home, or when you're chilling at home, or, it's on a Sunday or whatever. So yeah, this is pretty much it. Thanks, guys. So we're also playing on the 20th of August at the B, together with Reckless Escapades, Marusa Lane. We definitely have Emo Night, which will be closing the show, and it's gonna be crazy, so you guys better come for it. Silver Limb, X Shell, Cherry's King, Brandon Savan, Danson. We've got Islands, Late Night Frequency, and Fuad, right? So all these are a bunch of acts that are new, and some that are a little bit more experienced. But these guys, I believe, are pretty much the future of our scene. And you guys really, really need to come out, because there's going to be drinks, there's going to be food, there's going to be tattoos and games and a whole lot of music. It's kind of like a tiny little mini festival at the B on the 20th of August. All right, so it's called the Lonely Hearts Club. So I will include the link in the bio, or in the description, and you can kind of like just get all of that done. All right, so thank you guys so much. I hope you guys had a great one just discovering this. So yeah, hopefully more to come of these song breakdowns.